Hey everybody, I'm Ren.
I'm Scott.
And we're stitchandtravel.com. We're taking a few moments and doing this the old-fashioned way, where we're just using the phone and the sound because, as usual, we decided to do this video on the spot. Now, we did this video about 3 weeks ago, and I wasn't feeling it, so we just didn't do anything with it.
We weren't terribly happy with the results on that one.
And there were some questions we had that we finally have answers for. So,
when we moved into the RV to decide to go full-time, honestly, we didn't do it the right way. The biggest mistake we made, I think, was we went into debt to do this, estimating that the savings from being out on the road were going to let us pay that off quickly.
It didn't happen.
We had a bit of an emergency fund, but we had more emergencies than we had fund, honestly. It's things have not been going well.
We have had quite a few, because this is August 2nd?
Yes.
It's August 2nd, and we moved into the RV and started park hosting March 7th.
So we've been about almost 5 months.
Right. And when they came to us and they said, yeah, we really, really need you, and we've got you scheduled for the next 2 months, I couldn't say no. I didn't know how to say no. I just felt like we had to do it.
So we moved into our RV full-time, honestly, before we were ready to do it. We hadn't actually fixed the RV up, and it needed some fixing. We weren't at the end of our lease. We had talked to the apartment complex, explained what was going on, and they said that they were happy to release us from our lease because they were fully occupied and were turning potential residents away, and they could, they could let us go and rent that apartment out right away to somebody for more money than they were charging us.
And they told us that they would not charge us. They would, as soon as somebody came in and rented, we wouldn't have to pay any more rent.
We were only going to be obligated from the day we moved out till they moved somebody in, and they could have somebody in just as quick as they could get the apartment ready. Well, that turned out that we shouldn't have took them on their word, because they left the apartment empty until the end of the lease and charged us for it.
Get everything in writing. That's really important. Everything in writing.
So that was an expense we weren't expecting. We were living out at the lake in our RV, but we were still paying for our apartment.
Yeah.
And my gas usage more than doubled.
Yeah. Because he's about an hour and 15 minutes each way. And that's when there's no traffic.
So I still, have a full-time job. In addition, and it was I was spending $500 a month on gas.
Well, not only that, but I wasn't sure what to expect on the park hosting. Texas Parks and Wildlife Department has an amazing park host program. It's amazing. And you contact them, you fill out the forms, you get the background checks, and you find a park, you apply, they love you, they hire you, and you're there for 3 to 6 months. I chose to do this in the spring, which I was only going to do it for, 1 week?
We were going to try a test run for 1 week in March over spring break, and we never left.
And the weather was perfect. It's now the summer, and we're in right there at Texas and Oklahoma, and it is so hot. And I've been walking and hiking and getting busy and just enjoying being in the outdoors, and it's too hot now, and I stay in the RV during the day. It's miserable.
And we've had other issues that come with the fact that we didn't finish building the RV before we moved into it. And the biggest issue being the roof sags a little bit, and the air conditioner is kind of down in a hole, and the condensate from the evaporator can't get out, and so it gets in.
And it leaks, and it leaks.
And it drips whenever we run the air conditioner.
Oh, it drives me crazy. So these are the things that we were supposed to work on, but we didn't. We weren't going to move into the RV until it was ready to go. We weren't going to park host until June 1st. We weren't going to...
We weren't going to go into debt.
And we did all of those things that we weren't going to do.
So the end result was that we moved into the RV, lots of things needed fixed, and we were broke.
Yeah, and we're still broke. And because our emergency fund is gone because...
We've had one emergency after another after another.
His mother was in a car accident, and we had to go up, and we used all of our money, and we borrowed some money.
We made multiple trips back and forth to town, to Tulsa, and things broke in the RV. Things broke on the truck. One of our dogs got ill and had to be put down.
Sweet little Snickers, we had to put her down. She was so sick.
Which is not to say this has been a miserable experience. We've actually, I think, liked the way our life, at the park goes most of the time, but it's been a rough period, and even if we were still in the apartment, it would have been a rough period.
But it's been so hard because we did not have a good emergency fund, and we were not ready for this. We were not ready. We jumped too soon.
And we blew through our emergency fund within the first month.
Yeah. So, with that being said, that doesn't mean we're going to run away and get away from the RV life. We love the RV life. We actually love our RV. But we're calling, what is it? Mulligan?
Mulligan.
We're calling a mulligan. We're getting a do-over. Because our parents are at that age where we need to be there, we've decided we're moving back home. To be closer to them, to be closer to some of our other children, and our grandchildren, and our siblings. And while we're doing that, we are getting to stay with some family in a fifth wheel that they own. And we're going to actually fix the RV.
Empty our RV and rebuild it to what we needed it to be. And we always knew we were going to do this. We just didn't do it before we moved into it. And once you're living in it, it's awfully hard to remodel it.
Yes.
So we're moving to Tulsa.
Yeah, and we're doing that in 2 weeks.
Less than 2 weeks.
Yeah, I guess it is less than 2 weeks. I will be packing up the RV and leaving early on a Friday morning, and we're hoping to stop here at Lake Eufaula and staying for
one night on the trip up, so we can take it in nice easy stages.
Right, because our RV is older and it needs rest. I need rest. And then Scott will, at the end of his day, he will meet me up here at Eufaula. And then the next morning we'll get up and we'll go home and be in our new spot for about 6 weeks.
I'm staying with the same company I've been with for a while, and they've just found a position for me in Tulsa, and they were very good about that.
And
it's a great place to work for, and I'm very appreciative of everything they've done to make this work.
And I will be trying to find a part-time job so that I can help out a little with the money, and we can pay things off, because we're not park hosting, and
we're going to take a few months and stay. We've got a place we could park the RV and plug it in and do some work on it. And she's going to focus on getting back to trying to develop what we're going to do, when we get on the road, which will include probably doing more videos than we've heard. We've just been too busy and too distracted and too tired to some extent to really focus.
So that is what we're doing. It's not an amazing thing. It's not a fantastic thing, but it is what it is.
So this is wrapping up season 2 on our YouTube channel, and season 3 will begin soon.
And remember, get out.
Live life outside your box.
We are.
But be smart about it.
Yes, be very smart. Thanks, guys. We'll see you later.
Bye.